And I notice I want to get into that a little bit because you have a well, compared to a lot of people, you have a pretty big following. It's like what 17,000 or something on Instagram.
I just hit 18.2.
Yeah, okay, okay. So growing pretty rapidly. And I notice when your posts pop up, I notice you take a lot of abuse as well on when you offer like questions and stuff. Like, how do you how do you deal with it? Just if we start with that.
Hmm. Well, when it comes to anything negative, I do find a lot of what I'm saying isn't stuff that's new as far as what I think and believe, but I used to back down. I used to post something, someone would get offended or upset, and I would delete it. And I made a promise to myself that I would stop doing that because I'm being disingenuous if I keep deleting things every time someone gets upset. And I had to kind of realize like there's people who are going to be mad about things that I can't even control. They're going to be offended that I'm a Canadian or because I'm white or there's things I can't change that people are going to hate me for. And so I'm already comfortable with people hating me for those things. What like I'm proud to be Canadian. And if someone hates me for being Canadian because they hate Western countries or whatever reason, you know, if I'm not going to back down on that, why should I back down on the smaller things? Because those or seemingly smaller things like voting for a certain person or believing in a certain policy or being a nationalist in general, not just being proud of being a Canadian specifically, but like um that's a different tangent. People being upset about you being proud of your country. Started with some truckers, and it started to pick up steam. And then it turned into people supporting these truckers who just wanted the right to choose whether or not they got the vaccine, the COVID vaccine. And this was at a point when the news was very censored, and people didn't realize how censored the news was because we all thought that we were alone. I thought that I was the only person questioning anything, and because we couldn't meet anybody, we couldn't socialize, and
Yeah.
anything we posted online was getting blocked or censored. So you couldn't talk to anyone online, even from home.
Oh,
And
really?
yeah, it was like if you were to message people about it,
Yeah.
things were getting blocked. So yeah, this is the fascist, or this is where it gets very fascist. But if you, so I have a relative who donated $5 to the movement. It was a
Yeah.
GoFundMe, and the money was supposed to go towards food and gas for the people who are attending the event. And his bank account, along with I don't know the exact number, but along with many, many, many other Canadians, his bank account was frozen. He couldn't access it for any reason. He couldn't buy anything, he couldn't pay bills, he couldn't transfer money between accounts, he couldn't receive money, and, um, it was closed for a while, like, he was blocked from his own money for a while because of $5 that he donated to help feed people who had the wrong opinion. Yep,
And
our news is blocked, like, unless it's approved by the government.
really?
And, podcasts
Holy
as well,
shit.
and, like, any, um, streaming services, like, if you watch Joe Rogan on YouTube or if you watch, um, a certain show on Netflix or anything that might remotely be out of line with what Trudeau wants us to see, it's going to be going through a process of being filtered out. So when I go on YouTube, my experience on YouTube is going to pretty soon be quite different than an American's experience on YouTube. And
Christ, I
we're
didn't know that.
yeah, we're not allowed to see We're not allowed to see news pages on Instagram. It shows up as blank. You can see the page, but you can't see any of their posts. And it just says blocked in your country, even if it's a Canadian-based um, page. So we're not allowed to see a lot of things here. And unfortunately, people now, if you want to get your news other than from Trudeau, it's like meme pages. That's the only way to get
Holy
it.
shit. Like, I didn't even know
Yeah.
that. I thought I knew a lot about how the situation was in Canada. I didn't know it was that bad.
No, we're pretty bad here, and uh I don't know if it's gonna get better or worse.